Alright, hello everybody, I am Ninten. I'll be doing Kingdom Hearts Beginner Any Percent, which is just the fastest category, so I call it Any Percent. And joining me is...
Brian Bruce.
And Ori.
Alright, let's get started. 3, 2, 1, go. So we have a 3-minute cutscene to watch at the beginning of the run here. You can actually skip it on the PC version, but I decided to play it on console. And console has a few differences because it's unmodded. So it's a bit more of like a, I guess you could say, genuine experience with the game. Beginner is the easiest category, and the difference between that and Standard and Proud is that you get stat boosts and you take less damage, I believe. So the run is actually really fast because we can kill things really fast. But a lot of the run is going to be fast air combos and good movement. There's a lot of movement in this game, actually.
This game's not really going to feature much in the way of glitches, just generally.
Yeah.
Kingdom Hearts tends to be more of an as-intended speedrun, for the most part. There are a few things here and there, but I think, at least for me, that's sort of what appeals to it, is it's just getting as good at the game, because there's so many tools and different things that the game provides you.
Yeah.
Also, this song's a banger.
Yeah.
It is a banger.
So it's pretty cool that we actually get to listen to it.
I also prefer the Japanese version.
Me too.
Yeah, so we're playing on the Japanese version because the text is faster, and that actually saves like around a minute throughout the whole game. So it's a pretty big time save, but you just have to memorize the menuing because I can't read Japanese. I think you can read Japanese, right?
I can.
And also you run the PS2?
Yeah, so I am only familiar with the PS2 versions of Kingdom Hearts. They run at 30 FPS.
Yeah.
There's a couple other differences.
Yeah, well mostly, so this game has been re-released a million times.
Yes.
Like I mentioned the PC port. There's also the original ones which are on PS2. In that one you can't skip any cutscenes at all.
Yeah, so there is a category for cutscene remover mod, but
yeah.
the original intended category is watching all of the cutscenes.
Yeah, which makes it doesn't actually have like that much because a lot of games have more cutscenes.
Yeah.
But like it's about 2 hours of cutscenes in the game. But yeah, so they released it originally in Japan, then they released the English version, which had some differences, added super bosses and stuff, and then they released Final Mix, which is one we're playing. And Final Mix was originally on PS2, then they released it on PS3, then they released it on PS4 on 60 FPS, and that's the one we're playing right now.
We are about to actually play the game.
Yep, starting soon.
About to.
Yes. So there's going to be it's basically a tutorial section here. It's called Dive to the Heart, and just teaching us how to play the game.
Nice pause for
Yeah, I paused a bit early there. Here we can pick a weapon. We're picking the staff and then dropping the shield because the staff gives you more MP, and we don't need defense. But the MP is really strong because magic is really strong in this game.
Yeah, well, the things we do in this, like choices we make, are going to affect our stats, our abilities, and our experience route. Basically, we're going to make it so that the earliest levels go a lot quicker because we're not going to really stop to grind up to later levels. Like Ninten mentioned about the MP, we're going to have more MP because we picked the staff. And for the most part, I don't think the ability route is too crazy, but you know, it just all works out with the staff.
Yeah, we don't really have to worry about like our ability points and stuff like that, because that is the thing that matters in other categories. What matters most in this one is just really optimizing all the little things throughout the whole game. Like I mentioned, the movement is actually really crucial for getting a good time. The air combos is probably the most important thing. Just doing like you can't mash the air combos, you have to time it because then you can squeeze out every frame possible.
Yeah, you may have noticed when we were fighting those shadows there that ground combos are way slower than air combos, so gonna be trying to do air combos as much as possible.
Yeah, pretty much everywhere.
What's actually crazy is how low he is to the ground when he starts his air combos. That's really hard to do.
Yeah, he's flicking his thumb across the...
That way,
I don't know how to describe it.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I slide my thumb from X to circle. Because actually, so in Japanese version, the circle button is confirmed, which is the case for a lot of games. And I think I find it easier to do air combos that way because I can just slide my thumb between X and circle. But it is really hard to time the inputs because if you do it too early, then you just drop your entire combo, which loses a lot of time, obviously.
That right there was just setting up our experience route, so our journey begins at dawn.
That was a good ground combo. Alright, I don't know what this guy's doing here. That wasn't bad. That was actually pretty good. That can go really bad. So that's like the major reset point in the beginning of the game. Like you'll see a lot of runners will spend literally hours in the first 5 minutes of the game just to optimize that shadow fight.
What we're doing now is these items that we've been given there, there's power boost, defense boost, and AP boosts. These are items that are in your stock from the beginning on beginner mode. Basically, if you choose to never use those, we're basically playing standard mode. They basically just made it standard mode and then gave you items. And that's the difference in difficulties. We have a couple of accessories as well. We get given a ribbon at the start, but that one doesn't really make too much of a difference. It's mainly just the power boosts.
Yep.
We don't need anything else.
Yep, that was actually a pretty good split.
Yeah, that was really good. The shadows too was crazy.
Yeah, it's very luck-based what happens there. Actually, it is actually a really cool jump here. I really hope I get it. It's pretty hard, though. It's called Saiyan's jump. Shouts to Saiyans. He found his jump a long time ago, and he was like, oh, this is task only. It's too hard. And then I was like, actually, I don't think it's that bad. So we're going to try it.
It's the story of a lot of Ninten's career is taking stuff that's task only and just implementing
it. I didn't miss it. Oh, God. I will get it, because I need to do this for Saiyans. There.
Yeah.
Nice. I did not know you could do that.
Yeah.
We're going to be building a raft. We have to go around and collect all of these materials to build a raft and get off this island.
Yeah. So how far to raft take us?
Despite playing the PS2 version, I don't remember what the next line is in that cutscene.
You know it.
I don't know it.
I just like zone out when the
Do you know how
cutscenes
long
are
it's
on.
been since I've watched the cutscenes of this game?
Fake fans.
I know.
Come on, man. I play Kingdom Hearts 2. I don't play this.
Well, you have run this game.
I have run this game. I do have experience with this game. Yeah, we're just doing some fetch quests. This isn't really indicative of the rest of the game, but like in this tutorial section, it's just is what it is. Pretty lighthearted on the gameplay.
Yeah, so basically, yeah, we're building a raft because they think that there's other worlds to explore, and for some reason they thought building a raft would take them to another world, I guess. I don't really know.
Well, in the lore, they only considered that there's other worlds because Kairi came to them. All of a sudden, she landed through a comet or something. And
Is
then
that what happens? I don't actually
that's
know.
what I actually. It's kind of vague.
I don't think she landed.
I don't know. Well, they talked about there being a meteor shower, and then Kairi showed up.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's what
Okay.
they say.
I don't remember that.
I swear. Somebody, if I'm wrong.
Yeah, Kairi
I'm
came
pretty
down
sure
and
I'm
killed
right.
all the T-Rexes.
Yeah, so basically, I guess that makes sense. We want to sail to Kairi's home. That's like the main.
Yeah, they
focus.
want to figure out where Kairi came from as well. And she doesn't remember anything about her past world.
Yeah. I don't usually go for this, but I'll just go for this
Yes.
Task Coconut.
task nut.
Unlucky.
Didn't get it. Yeah, you can get basically. Oh,
Ooh.
no, that's bad. You can get a. So we want to get. There's a luck-based section where we need to get coconuts We need 2 of them, and you can get 1 of them there.
This whole section of the game, while it looks very easy from just a completing it standpoint, is so crazy optimized. You can lose so much time here by just like not optimizing your movement. We don't even have any like movement options yet, but it's super like optimized. The amount of effort that has been put into like just making this split fast.
Yeah. Like it's just a thing where like you optimize your lines and the like jumps. So like I reduce the lag when I land by jumping as soon as I land sometimes. Stuff
Yeah,
like that.
that's a good point. Whenever you land, there's landing lag, so jumping can feel very sluggish.
Mm-hmm. But you can jump again like frame 1 as soon as you land, so that you can cancel the lag basically that way. And yeah, that's the Riku race, which if you win the race, you can actually win it. If you win it by too much, then you just have to wait at the end there. So you actually can't really save time, but you can go too slow and lose time. But if you're like a runner of this game, you should be able to win the race if you take that route. It's not that bad if you take the zip line.
If you're playing on PAL, it might be a little bit harder.
Yes.
PS2.
But why would you play on PAL?
Because you don't have any other option.
I guess that's a good point. So I'm getting the coconuts now. Pretty bad luck so far.
This is not very good.
Yeah.
Not your fault.
I'm used to it. I always get bad luck there. For some reason, there's just like they're all coconuts, but only some of them you can grab. I don't really understand. I guess they're like ripe coconuts.
You gotta get ripe coconuts, brother.
There's a cool trick right there. You just like touch the water in the air, so you can skip the text box before you land. There's a lot of small optimizations like that. I think there's an FM cutscene.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Well, she doesn't hold up the charm in the original.
Yeah.
I can give you all the PS2 facts.
So when I say FM, we mean Final Mix, which is like the remaster.
Think of it like a director's cut, I guess.
Yeah, well, they had to make because they released the English version and added a couple extra bosses, the Japanese players were missing out on those extra bosses, so they released a Final Mix
just
version.
add even more stuff.
Yeah, they did.
And then
Which then
they made a lot of changes too.
Yeah.
So then they had to release it again for the English audience.
Yeah, that's why there's a lot of releases of this game. We're finally going to get the Keyblade soon.
Yeah, something really strange is happening now. The premonition that we had earlier seems to be coming true.
Oh, yeah?
You can just jump into that?
Yes.
I'm going to learn so much.
I didn't know that either.
You didn't know that?
No.
I walked around. I'm slow.
Okay. There's now a door here.
That's very strange.
Yeah. You might even say it's foreshadowing. So we're going to fight Darkseid again here. It's going to be different because it will be starting with his, like, I guess, kind of like a DM attack. Just like a big, strong attack. Now we're going to hit the hands.
You actually want to try and deflect. If you time it right, your combos will deflect these dark balls back into the hands as well, just to get a little bit of extra damage.
Yeah, I go for that. I mistimed it a little bit because the timing is pretty tight.
Yeah, that's a hard one to like truly optimize.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I've watched a lot of glitch trying to do that fight.
Yeah, I've done the fight a lot. You can save like 2 to 3 seconds, which is a lot in this game. Actually, so my history of this game, I got a 147.59, and I got like the first 147 by like 3 or 4 frames or something. It was such a small margin. And world record before that was a 48.03, I think. So it was like a 4-second world record. That's just how tight the optimization of this game is. Like every second actually counts a lot.
Nice.
But that's for the PC version. Oh yeah, I got 4 shadows there. It's pretty good.
Normally in this section of the game, you'd be running around Traverse Town while Goofy and Donald sort of chase your tail. But really, all you need to do to progress is kill 5 shadows and then walk into the shop here. And that'll trigger the Leon cutscene and the Leon fight.
Yeah, so you can do that or like follow down a goofy rounds, but that's pretty slow. And Leon can either fireball or jump. Jumping is faster. There we go. That wasn't bad. Some cutscenes you can skip in the white or when it's black. It depends on the cutscene. But they're kind of hard because you either have to go off of like an audio cue or just like time it like mentally.
In PS3, you just set the game to 4x3. And black lines come up the top and bottom when you can skip the cutscene.
Yeah.
Pretty handy.
But the PS3 version is kind of not great.
No, it's not the most optimal anymore. But that was just a fun fact.
Yep. There's an elixir chest you can get there. Elixirs give you back full MP and HP, but we don't need it. The item routing is like super, super tight. I'll be killing soldiers here to get experience.
Yeah, we want to hit a level up right before the next boss, guard armor, because it's a strength increase. So it's pretty much routed it perfectly so that, yeah, we get the level up right as we finish the pre-boss fight, and we just do more damage to the boss that way.
Yeah, it does a lot more damage, actually.
Heaps more.
That's one thing beginner gives you, too, is an experience accessory that gives you plus, like, a percentage of experience. You level up faster. This is not very good.
Normally, you really want Donald to help out a lot here. Every fire, he does one-shots these soldiers. He just decided not to really help. It's a common theme.
Yeah, it is a common theme. But we're relying on party members a lot in the game. Less so towards the ending. But yeah, throughout the whole game, I mean, I guess even in the ending, they actually do help out quite a bit. More so than the other Cage games. They actually matter the most in this game, I'd say. So I just waited there because guard armor actually isn't vulnerable until that animation's over. And I also had to do some very specific air combos to be able to do damage the whole time, because if you activate certain animations, then he's invincible during it. So that was actually like pretty particular the way I did those combos.
That's the thing with a lot of early game fights. A lot of them look like you were just whacking the boss. But there are so many little finicky things and just like, I guess, knowledge barriers that it's just like you should try and learn these things. Otherwise, you're just not going to be optimal when killing these bosses.
That textbox mashing was very quick.
Thanks.
Ninten's really good at mashing.
Okay. I'm not as good as Sayo.
Yeah, Saya is pretty good.
He's my nemesis. I'll beat him one day. Oh god.
All right, so in that menu there, we put on a strength increasing item over our ribbon. Strength is more damage, basically. We also put on dodge roll, which will be our main movement. And we stole Goofy's ether because we're going to make way better use of it than he will.
Yep. Just going to the gummy menu here because we'll be doing some... We have to do the gummy ship missions to progress. And it's better to delete most of the ship because then it weighs less, and it's actually a mechanic in the game where if it weighs less, then you go faster in the gummy mission.
Literally all you need to have a valid gummy ship is a cockpit and an engine.
Yep.
So we make the tissue box.
It's literally just a tissue box. And if you look, there's no one inside the cockpit. Look at that. You can see like the chairs. There's no one in there. It's just empty. Crazy.
But yeah, armor adds weight, so our gummy ship is really weak. Luckily, that because we're playing on beginner, it takes significantly less damage. On proud, it's actually really scary. That still took half the health.
Yeah.
You probably would have died if you were on proud or something like that.
Oh, you easily would die, yeah.
So some of the later gummy missions can get a bit scary if you're not careful. I don't know if Ninten plans on adding a gun.
No. So I am very elitist about this. If you don't add the gun, you save like 1 to 2 seconds. And some top runners will add guns. I'm like, just don't get hit in the gummies, and then you don't need to add it.
Yeah, just get good.
Yeah, you save a second in the menuing. It gives you like a bathroom break if you do add a gun, but it's fine. There is a possibility that I can die in the gummy mission because I don't have a gun, but I'm pretty
You're not going
consistent.
to.
Yeah, I shouldn't. Surely not.
This particular gummy mission, you can just sit in the top right corner of it, and you just will not die. You'll take that one hit, you won't die.
Yeah.
All right, our first Disney World, Wonderland. So there's actually a really quick world.
Very short.
There's not a whole lot you actually have to do here. You probably, like, if you play this game as a kid, you remember running around this world, getting very lost and confused. But we'll explain as we go that there's really not much to do in this world.
Yeah, and honestly, that's a theme throughout a lot of the worlds in this game, like Monstro, Tarzan World, Deep Jungle. People getting lost as a kid. This game is kind of confusing. A lot of worlds are built like mazes.
So here we have to go collect evidence that the Heartless are trying to steal the Queen's heart. You know, normally a lot of like casual players will go around the whole world trying to find all 5 boxes to guarantee that you pick the right one. All you need to do to progress is just collect one piece of evidence. As long as you collect one piece of evidence, you can just go back and say, yep, I'm good.
Okay, that was...
So we get to progress this world really fast without having to go exploring much of it.
Yeah, so on my way to that evidence box, I actually had to hug the wall so that enemies didn't spawn. That's actually a big thing, is not spawning enemies because you can't interact with things if they're on screen. Now the first box, the first box that lands is gonna have the soldier, but they drop like a frame apart. I think it's a 4.
4.
It's 4.
I thought 4 too, but
Yeah,
I
think
saw
it's 4.
4. That was way more
It's
obvious
harder
than
on
usual
60.
for me.
That looks easy, but it might have been wrong. I mean, it might be 1.
Oh, it was goofy.
It was 1. I think it was the first one.
That looked like 4.
It's really hard to tell. But yeah, they literally drop like 1 frame apart, and the first one that drops is the
Always
soldier.
has
The reason I want that is because it skips the animation of Goofy getting stuck, and that just saves time.
Sometimes you can also get a little lucky with the cards getting distracted by your party members, but there is also the potential that the party members collect money at the end of the fight, and in some versions of the game, the more they do that, the longer the game takes to register your money total updating and ending the fight.
You just
later.
get stuck while they're collecting money.
It's actually just having elements on screen. So like when you get money, it shows it on your screen, and you have to wait for it to disappear. Yeah, it's not as big of an issue on this version. This is like my favorite version. It's pretty similar to the PC version. They're basically the same. But yeah, this is my favorite way to run KH1 because of 60 FPS. It allows you to do air combos and movement a lot faster. So a lot of strats are only possible on 60. But it is actually... Like, the 30 version, like PS2, is actually pretty hard. It's a lot harder.
This is another one of those rooms where we're avoiding spawning Heartless. So just not standing on the bottom floor there.
Yeah, you
because
just can't
we need
touch
to
the floor.
interact with the door to get out, which you can't do if you're in combat.
Yeah, the floor is lava here.
Yep. We will be able to... Well, we have to land on the floor to open the door, but there is a frame before we go red menu where we can interact just like that.
Yeah, and that's a trick I'll be doing a lot. There's a couple places where you want to quickly get to the interaction before enemies spawn, and like you have a few frames to press the triangle button. It's not that strict, but you have to mash it.
So this is Trickmaster. A pretty straightforward fight. You just want to do air combos. The hard part about this one is probably just timing your air combos at the height of your jump to try and actually hit him without using the furniture in the room. Because it is possible to reach him, and just moving around the room is just not good. And the more you allow Trickmaster to move around the room, the fight is just going to go worse and worse.
Yeah.
That's it for Wonderland.
Yeah,
That
that level's done.
Yeah, that was I was trying to optimize. You can actually get like an extra hit in there, but it's extremely tight. I tried to do it, but it ended up being, it was still fine. I killed him about where you want to. And you can actually, so you can go, if you noticed in the going menu earlier, there's actually 2 routes. You can go with the bottom route, which is Olympus, but you can also entirely skip Olympus, so it's faster to just skip it whenever you're going to land there throughout the whole game. And then you just do Wonderland on the way to Deep Jungle here.
Yeah, we're never going to see 2 worlds in this run. Well, I guess technically 3 worlds.
Yeah.
We're never going to see Olympus, Atlantica, hopefully, and 100 Acre Wood.
Yeah.
So sorry, any Winnie the Pooh fans. Oh.
I actually hate that word in this game.
It's really
It's
boring.
really, really slow and boring.
I guess technically we'll see all of them at the end, but actually, you see all of them at the end of the game.
Well, we're not gonna. Oh, yeah, you're right. You do see it. No, you're totally right, actually.
Do we have some time for some donations?
Yes, we do.
Yep. So we have $5 from Carrie Kathy. Hi, Ninten. Show us a nice run. I got up early, especially for this run to watch. Good luck.
Oh, thank you so much, Kari.
And we also have $40 from Jesus Murphy. And I believe this is an emote that says Bailey and Sato.
Thank you, Jesus.
We also have a $500 donation by Zax. Thank you so much. That just says, yay.
Holy cow. Thank you so much, Dax.
500's awesome. That deserves a clap.
That's amazing. So Zax, actually, I've been speedrunning for 11 years now, and Zax is one of the first followers I've ever gotten on Twitch. So that's pretty incredible. Thank you, Zax. There's actually a neat thing here where I'm gonna wait to start mashing for a split second, because then I can mash the text faster, because the pause between characters talking will be quicker. And it's a very weird thing. Basically, there's like a cycle that you have to hit. But yeah, you save like a second or two from that.
They're basically fighting. Donald doesn't want to waste time going to this jungle place, but Sora wants to look for his friends Riku and Kairi, so he does really want to land. And they get split up.
Yep.
Lore drop for you.
That fight right there, Sabor, is actually super impressive. Sabor's hitbox is very low to the ground, so landing air combos, particularly the second hit, where Sora does like an upwards diagonal swipe, is really difficult. So that's actually really impressive.
Yeah, there's a thing that I do where I turn off auto lock, because it actually makes a lot of things throughout the game easier. And
you can do that?
Yeah, yeah. Did you not know that?
No.
No way, really? That's great.
Can you do that?
Yeah. I just turned out, yeah, so...
That's crazy.
Hardly anyone does it, but yeah, it makes a lot of things more consistent anyway. Like, optimally, you could use auto lock and probably get the same speed, but it's just way less consistent. And I'll be turning it back on, though, later on. And we're just going through some more dialogue. There's a lot of cutscenes that you can't skip because they're like text cutscenes.
That's going to make Power Wild so much nicer.
It does, yeah.
Oh my god. I'm going to save so much time when I get home.
You knew you could do that, right, Ari?
Auto lock isn't a thing on PS2.
What?
There's no like...
The little yellow like...
There's auto lock.
I think...
That's on PS2.
That's on PS2, yeah.
I just maybe you don't have the option to turn it off. I don't know. Someone fact check that one for us. Get back to us.
I don't know.
You definitely have auto lock. I'm pretty sure.
I'm pretty sure.
I think I also turned it off on PS2 as well.
Oh, all right.
Maybe I'm thinking of something else. I think I'm thinking of the camera settings being manual.
Yeah, that might be something. I'm not really sure. Yeah, I think. Yeah. On the PS2 version, you had to move with the O2 and R2.
Yeah.
Which is really bad.
Which is awesome.
Also, it was inverted by default, which is horrendous.
Is how it should be.
Okay.
Yeah, we're just going back and forth.
See, I've just been trying to move the auto lock with L2.
Yeah, you can press L2 to also change it to the closest enemy. So there's actually a lot of things you can control in this game that you might not realize casually. Another thing is if you press triangle, your party members will either come towards you, or if you're locked onto something, then it'll make them attack that whatever you're targeting. So there's things like that we actually use a lot throughout the game.
We actually use a lot of that at the start of the game and the end of the game. Particularly at the start of the game when Donald's like fire is so strong. Like Donald's fire puts all of these power wilds to one shot. And earlier we would obviously use triangle to try and make Donald attack the soldiers.
Yeah.
Although he just didn't.
I need to get this guy. That should be fine. There we go. I'm actually managing my MP because we have one ether to use, and I want to keep MP for this next part, and then I'll throw the ether afterwards. But it's some improv because sometimes you can use another magic sooner and then just deal with worse fights later on. Just depends on the patterns you get with the power wilds.
That's a cool little movement trick there. Just the fact that you can like dodge roll up the tree and still be able to like then jump at the height of it.
Yeah.
Gets into the fight quicker.
There's another trick right here that I do.
Oh.
That one's really cool. That's actually way harder on 60 FPS.
Yeah. You just have to like jump as soon as you land because otherwise you fall off.
May I chime in about the lock-on thing?
Yes, please.
So if I found what I think I was supposed to find from a GameFAQs leaderboard, GameFAQs board 11 years ago, cycling targets was once only tied to KH2 FM, not PS2.
Cycling targets. Yeah, that is one thing. That's not what we were talking about, but that is something.
Yeah, that was the only lock-on. That was the only lock-on thing that I could find in relation to KH2 FM.
Because L2 and R2 just did the camera.
Yeah.
That makes a lot
By
of
the way,
sense.
those are really good power wilds.
That was a really good power wilds, actually. The power wild Heartless can just jump all over each of the arenas and just be really annoying.
Yeah. You have to play a lot of neutral with them to FGC players. Using Fire on Sabor, if I let him do an action here, he's going to go into the woods and lose a lot of time. So I need to make sure I do a finisher there to stun him, and then I beat him. Or her. Yes,
It is. I didn't want to correct you, but...
Well, no, actually, I'm pretty sure in Jiminy's journal in this game it refers to Sabor as a him.
Does it? Right.
But in the actual Disney movie, Sabor is
I didn't know
a
that.
female.
Yes.
That's interesting.
I don't
Thank you.
know. I assume it was a typo, but...
Yeah, whoever was developing this world didn't watch the movie.
Exactly. So there's we do the minigame and then exit because it puts us in this spot where we can just go up really easily.
It just puts us on the other edge of the map there.
And then this weird fruit is...
Yeah. I don't know what the
I don't
fruit
know what the
is.
point of that is, but you just combo it 5 times and it finishes the fight.
Yeah. Because it's like, I guess, it's the hearts of the vines that are like keeping her trapped, Jane. So...
What are heart references in this game? It's weird.
That is weird.
E-ooh-ah-ah.
E-ooh-ooh-ah. Not Clayton. That's in that cutscene. We didn't see it, though.
So this is not Clayton.
Yeah.
Yeah. This fight is quite challenging, in my opinion.
It was actually a hard trick at the
There's
beginning.
a very
Yeah, this is a particular trick here. You want to combo Clayton right on the edge of this ledge because if you get that second finisher in whilst the Heartless is falling, it skips a whole animation of the Heartless revealing itself, which actually takes a very long time, and the Heartless and Clayton are both immune during that whole thing. So that was an insane fight. That was really good.
Yeah, that was a really good fight.
You have to be so precise with that trick, and you have to be like on point. You cannot wait at all.
There we go.
Third time's the charm.
I usually use my like timer to know when to skip that cutscene. Like my actual live split timer.
Yeah, if you got any audio cues as well, just tell me to shut up. Otherwise,
No,
I won't.
it's fine.
I'm a talker. This section is notoriously bad. The camera is horrendous, and that was done perfectly. So that's the real boss of this world.
Yeah, that genuinely, that a lot of runners have reset to that because if you can very easily fall. We're skipping a lot of the intended platforming because you can climb vines, but we do like some weird ledge grabs. But if you fall, then you lose like 10 seconds.
And the camera's in the wrong place. You got to readjust it. Oh, it's terrible.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's Deep Jungle done. Now we're going to have a bit of a section where we're just heading back to Traverse Town. Bit of downtime, so good time for donations or anything else, I reckon.
Yep, we do have one particular donation from $50 from Sayans that says, "Good luck to Ninten and all my friends at ASO. Wishing you all a wonderful time. Wish I was there." We wish you were too, Sayans.
Sans is the best. He helped me get set up with running this game. He gave me my PS2s and my copies of the game.
Yep.
And Ninten actually did give me my 1E copy.
Yeah, but Saiyans also gave me a PS2
Yeah.
and my Cage. I think he gave me a couple Cage ones.
Saiyans also gave me my copy.
Oh my god, that's crazy. Basically, Saiyans is like he really likes the OG versions on PS2. And he made me realize how cool they are because like I never really put much thought into them because they have cutscenes, but they're actually really different and unique. So like it's pretty cool to run them on PS2.
Saiyans actually introduced me to ASM. So if it wasn't for Saiyans, I wouldn't be right here right now. So shout out to Saiyans. It's done heaps for this community.
Saiyans also gave me $1 million. So shout out to Saiyans.
Yeah, one time he let me borrow his Ferrari.
Yeah.
Yeah. If he was here right now, what's the bet he'd be trying to unbox knives in CS during this gummy mission?
Yeah, probably 100%.
He'd get one too.
Probably.
He always gets one.
Yeah, we have to travel back manually because we can't warp yet. Later on we can. But we have to just like manually travel all the way back. Which I think is, I don't know, I think it's kind of cool. That like, it feels more realistic. It's like we're actually traveling the universe.
Yeah, it actually is backwards, the actual gummy map.
Yeah, this route is just the route we took, but they've mirrored the route.
Yeah, the level isn't any different. It's the exact same. We're just going backwards, so.
It's actually pretty cool.
I think it is. I've always thought that the missions look weird, though, because, like, what are these weird rings and, like, blobs?
Yeah, who left all this junk in space?
Yeah. I guess there's a lot of pollution, so maybe it does make sense.
We do have another donation.
Go for it.
Yeah.
We do also have $10 from Salvo that says, "Thank you to everyone for such an amazing weekend." Thank you, Salvo.
Thank you, Salva.
Thank you. Yeah, the interesting thing about these combinations, like, actually destroying enemies and stuff in these don't really give you any benefit in the speedrun. They only give you like other gummy parts and stuff like that. And when we don't want any real extra gummy parts on our ship or any other, we don't need any other blueprints. It is just making our way through. We don't really need to do much.
Yeah.
It's a nice way to break up the intensity of the rest of the run.
It is a nice break. And here's a part of the game where movement is extremely important.
Little keyblade swing there to get a little bit of extra height. That's the kind of optimizations we talk about when we're talking about movement in this game. Even just the timing of these dodge rolls. Like, these dodge rolls are just like... you can't just mash them. You actually will just lose plenty of time by mashing them.
Yeah. I think so. Okay, we're good.
Yep. Despawning enemies so that we can interact with this Trinity. We get different colors of Trinities that we can unlock as we move through the game.
Oh, yeah. And we don't end up using that many of them. I think we only use like 3.
Something like that.
Yeah. But a neat fact is that if you play the English version, you can clip in that spot and go to Leon early here before even leaving Traverse Town. But it doesn't allow you to really skip that much. It basically just saves time on movements. And it doesn't make English faster in Japanese. It just saves a bit of time.
Sort of brings the deficit back from about a minute to about 30 seconds, if I remember correctly.
It might. But yeah, like if you want to run on English because you don't have Japanese, then that's totally fair. Like you're not going to lose that much time overall. It's only like the top runners that need to play on JP.
100%. That's the great thing about, like, the different versions of this one, like you don't really need to pick up the specific one, because the differences are so minor, at least for 1FM, that it's just like accessibility is really easy, which is good.
Yeah.
I'd say, probably in my opinion, this KH game is probably the easiest one to pick up, but definitely one of the hardest to optimize.
Oh yeah, in my opinion, the world record is definitely one of the most optimized Kingdom Hearts records, like in the whole series.
In your opinion, your world record?
I might have some bias, but I have said that before I had record.
That's true.
No,
like, you're 100% right.
If you look at the amount of runners, this actually has the most runners of the series. Like, it has hundreds.
Well, you can even just, like, when you think about something like comparing your summer best to what your actual PB is, like, the gap is so small for Kingdom Hearts 1.
Yeah, I think it's like, for me, it's like 2.5 minutes, maybe.
Which over a 2-hour game, that's tiny.
Yeah, so
that's crazy.
It's like I was saying before, like a 5-second deficit or like a 1-second time save, stuff like that. It makes a giant difference if you're going for PB.
This game is at the highest level, like a lot more consistent for the most part than it might initially appear to be.
Oh yeah, I agree. Like there's the luck in this game. There's some parts that are luck based, and they're more so just like coin flips. It's not as much luck where it's like, oh, I got a bad pattern. It's more like I missed like a spawn here, kind of thing. There is a lot of improv though in the early game, especially. Like Power Out was a good example.
Yeah, and just the strongest runners will be the ones that are able to improv in those situations and minimize any sort of time loss.
Yeah.
We just did a save warp to get back to this accessory shop much faster than running there.
Yeah.
So Sid's going to tell us about the bell.
Yes, the bell.
The bell.
When you ring the bell, something happens.
Yeah, something like, I don't remember what he says, to be honest. Something about the bell making a weird noise,
He said,
I think.
yeah, you ring it 3 times and something special might happen.
Yeah. So I think a lot of casual players fought Opposite Armor now, which isn't the boss from the bell. But you don't have to fight him yet. You can wait quite a while before fighting him.
It's actually pretty interesting, the amount of freedom they do give you in this game to be able to just go and sort of choose your way through the worlds. It's not exactly as, I guess, railroaded as it seems with stuff like that.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you can choose different worlds. Like, I could have done Deep Jungle first and then went to Wonderland after. Or, like, I would have to pass by Wonderlands. But you can do worlds in different orders in this game. And so we're getting Simba here, which actually be very useful in a lot of places.
Simba's a very strong summon.
Yeah, we don't use that many summons throughout the game, but Simba is one of the ones we use a lot.
The way summons work in this game is their damage and their duration is based off your MP. However many MP bars you have, currently we have 4, like the more we have, the more damage they do and the longer they last. It's the same with any of your magic in this game. The more MP you have, the more powerful your magic.
Yeah, because it's kind of weird because in a lot of, like in the modern KH games anyway, in other games, like your MP and your magic stat are different, but in this game it's the exact same. Your magic stat is determined by how much MP you have.
Yes.
Which
is a big reason why we picked the staff at the beginning. That extra 1 MP makes our magic so much stronger.
Yeah, and also the swimming I forgot to mention, but if you hold down the X button or like the swim button, then you actually swim longer, which we didn't know as the speedrun community. We didn't know that until like last year, or maybe the year before. But that was actually a huge revelation, because it saves time, like a couple of seconds in a few places, where swimming is faster than like jumping on the rocks there, for example.
So pretty much just to finish off the second section of Traverse Town here, we're just going to buy some new parts for our gummy ship to make our gummy missions even faster. We have like a booster and a better engine. And then we're going to be heading off to our next Disney World, which is one of the most painful. which is Agrabah.
Or Agabra, as I like to call it. Because it is actually not that bad in beginner, to be honest. It's more worse in other categories. Or like 1E.
It's definitely one of the hardest.
Yeah, it has some of the most difficult and like Pot Centipede, for example.
Probably, I would say punishing is a good word.
Yeah.
It has some of the most punishing bosses in terms of like time loss.
Yeah.
Whereas if you don't know how to optimize it, don't know how to do it correctly, you will just lose so much time.
Yeah, it's like one of the first places where if you don't do the boss strat correctly, they will do other things that lose time. So like, there's a thing called a DM. There aren't that many like cases of this in this game compared to KH2, but a DM is a desperation move. It's a move that a boss does when they're at like low health, and that tends to lose time because they're usually invincible during it. That's like a thing that you have to avoid.
They tend to be big, long animations and stuff, and we just want to avoid those
Yeah,
as much as possible. Generally in this game, they're tied to like HP barriers, so pretty much most of the bosses that do those sorts of things, we know at what HP they're going to start doing that, and then we just make sure we do the boss in a certain way, or like stagger them a certain amount of times to like loop them or persuade them to do different actions than this long drawn-out animation.
Yeah, if you notice in this game, actually, so there's like, basically, most of the time you can hit enemies as much as you want, and they don't really do much about it. Like in later KH games, they will retaliate based on how many times you hit them. In this game, they do that still, but it's not as complicated. It's really just like hit them this amount of times and they'll attack back. It doesn't really matter what you hit them with.
It's definitely interesting, though, in this game compared to other Kingdom Hearts games. A lot of like the optimizations in fights is knowing where on the boss to hit it, or how many times to stagger them between your combos. Stuff like that, which is a bit more nuanced than sort of like, okay, if I hit them 5 times, they'll punch me back, so don't hit them 5 times. Or just know how to react to the punch.
Yeah, and also one more thing, I don't have Scan yet. Scan would tell you how much health every enemy has, but we don't equip it until later just because it saves time to not have it on yet. Like, we're minimizing the amount of time I spend in the menu. But you can equip it here if you want to, because you have the AP for it and everything.
But you just know.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter. It definitely is useful later on, though. So this is another fight that's very improv-based, because where the enemies spawn is random. And I'll try to hit as many as I can with each blizzard.
You also have a couple of different waves spawning at different times. So like, you know, if you kill enemies one at a time, then they'll spawn in one at a time. But if you can wipe out a group of them, then they'll spawn as a group, and then you can chain blizzards to hit multiple. That was actually pretty good.
That was a really good fight,
That was really good.
Yeah, so actually we used to use Simba there. But because Simba does a huge AoE attack that one-shots everything, the issue with Simba is that the animation to summon him, you can't skip, and it takes a long time.
Yeah, it's like the worst blizzard is
Probably still faster than
still like on par with the best Simba kind of. That's
Yeah.
the idea.
Yeah. So there's a chance of getting black fungus here, which I just have to leave and come back if I get them. The menu would be red if I get them. Okay, I didn't get it. So we got lucky there. They're not like that common, but they do happen.
All right, so we got to be careful here. We can't chase that enemy down, because down on the floor is a second wave of enemies that'll spawn, and we need to interact with this keyhole up here. So if the enemy stays down there, we really have to sort of goad it into coming back, or just hope that our teammates can go take care of it, because our teammates don't spawn the enemies.
Yeah, that was another floor's lava situation. But it actually ended up going fine because the enemy jumped back up. That was very lucky. And I was just gonna be Pot Centipede. If I get really unlucky, like it's mostly skill based, but sometimes he breaks apart in the first room, and then I lose a lot of time. But I want him to walk away after I do a couple hits here.
This boss is really interesting because our different loading zones for the sections of Agrabah have now been combined into one big room. And actually, whichever loading zone you end the fight in, that's the one you spawn in. So now Ninten's going to try and get to the loading zone at the start of Agrabah here to spawn into that to be closer to where he needs to go after.
Yeah, it's pretty cool because it's during the fade out of the fight.
Can save a lot of time there.
And then this is going to be Tiger Head. So it's another boss that can go really badly if you fall off of the head. But again, thankfully on beginner, it's not too bad. It can happen though.
This boss just has some weird animations where, like, if you fall off and he starts doing particular animations, you just cannot get back on. And he can just start doing these animations for a long time. And so you'll just be sitting, like, waiting for ages.
It's extremely painful if you miss it.
And that's what we mean earlier when we said, like, they're punishing.
Yeah, also each eye takes 13 hits. Fun fact.
I didn't know that, thank you. On beginner.
That's a cool
Yeah.
Kingdom Hearts number.
Yeah, it's an interesting number.
Yeah.
You know what numbers go into 13?
10 and 3.
Yeah.
6, 7.
Don't make this joke again.
6, 7.
I'm disappointed with that one. This is a cool little optimization here. Try and shoot this thing with fire before we land back in the water and cancel the fire animation. Just cool. It just looks cool. It's very hard.
It's fast.
It's not too bad. Yeah, just the movement here to go to Jafar.
This Jafar boss fight is also pretty difficult, and Ninten's going to try and get him in one cycle, hopefully. So there's a very specific attack.
Yeah. Well, basically, we want...
Good commentary.
So pretty much with Jafar here, he can like turn into a little magical orb where he's invincible and just flies around the room. Generally, he will do this quicker if you only use physical attacks. We persuade him to stay on this platform longer by using magic on him. The magic will get him to put up his magic shield, and then wait.
Nice.
Basically, we're
Good
trying
job.
to one cycle in there, so he never moves the whole fight. That's really hard to do. That's like one of the first big skill gaps, I guess, when trying to get into this game.
Oh, I can skip that cutscene earlier.
Yeah, that was pretty bad.
What? Yeah, so also, I just want to mention, in the PC version, that fight is terrible.
Yeah.
It's pretty bad, isn't it?
On PC?
On PS2.
Yeah, it's really bad on PS2. Yeah.
Because he basically just reacts very strangely. It's weird that they actually did combat changes between versions. This fight is just hitting Iago. You can hit Jafar with the blizzards, but you can't really hit him because there's invisible walls and lava.
It's actually the interesting thing about this fight is that Jafar's and Iago's actions are actually manipulated by the way he moves at the start of the way Sora moves at the start of the fight. So by staying in the same position and not moving from his original spot while the first few blizzards are happening, manipulates Jafar to always swing with his hand and for Iago to do that movement pattern. Alright, so now we just need to escape the cave. Oh, dude, don't get hit.
Oh my god.
You meant to be avoiding
Oh my
the
god, I'm trying to avoid it. What?
So obviously you don't want to like ever die in this game because deaths are like going to be like the longest kind of time losses. In beginner, you take way less damage. So like the fact that he got hit by a few rocks, he only took a tiny bit of
Yeah, it's
damage.
not really
That's
gonna
fine.
matter.
No.
So hopefully it shouldn't matter. Yeah.
I might have
So
avoided
As
this.
long as you can avoid
We just
it.
okay. You don't want to hit.
Oh my god.
Dude, you tried to avoid it, but you couldn't. Dude, you're
What?
about to die. Oh,
This is-
just kidding. That was a stupid joke.
That was such a dumb bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I decided to run it anyway.
We didn't talk about that.
No, that
before
wasn't
the
planned.
Yeah, that was
It actually wasn't.
We needed to.
So yeah, there's certain parts in this game where you you can die and it will just progress the game. Most of them are not worth doing in beginner because it takes so long to die. You see them more in standard and proud, but that one, since it is possible to die before the auto scroller actually spits you out of the Cave of Wonders, it's still just better to do it anyway. Saves like 8 seconds.
Yeah.
Agrabah's done.
Agrabah is done, yes. So we're just going to go over to the world up there, which is going to be Monstro. And on the PS2 version, you could miss Monstro,
Yes.
but on the Final Mix version, he is always there.
I think it's a cool little, like, the idea about the gummy map being, like, more connected than you sort of, like, think about it in terms of, like, game programming. It's like, we selected to go to this warp, and we can just choose to not go into it, and we're now on the road to Monstro. So we don't actually have to move the cursor all the way to select where Monstro would be.
Well, one thing is that, also Monstro can spawn in either direction. So if I went down, Monstro would also spawn down there. So you can't actually avoid entering Monstro on this version.
But for the purposes of the world routing, we want him up the top.
Yeah.
It's actually not that much slower to go to Atlantica.
Is it?
It's actually not that much slower.
Is it not?
No, but I think the fact that you get gravity out of Halloween Town
Yeah, I guess so.
is way more important.
I didn't know that. But basically, I think that you can technically skip Monstro and do Atlantica, right? I remember thinking about this. I think you can.
Yeah.
Well, if you just leave Monstro, you could go back to Atlantica.
Yeah, and then so basically, what's happening now is that there's like, I think we need to do 3 out of 4 worlds in this ring of worlds on the gummy map, and that will unlock Hook Ship. And then we can get Hook Ship. But then the worlds that we do don't need to be certain worlds. You can do any of them, I think.
Yeah, it's not like, oh, this specific world in... Basically, you pick between Halloween Town and Atlantica generally.
Yeah.
I think Monstro is required
I
because
don't
of like
think
the
so.
Riku cutscenes.
Yes.
I don't think it's required, actually. Pretty sure you can skip it.
Really?
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
I've never tried to skip Monstro.
I don't know.
It's just, I don't know.
I'm
yeah.
skeptical. Because there's a whole thing with Riku
I know,
coming
but-
in and...
The game never made sense.
I think this game makes perfect sense.
No. That's just pure copium right there.
What, you think it doesn't make sense to fly around in a tissue box with a duck and a dog, swinging a key at random Heartless?
Well, you know what's weird is that the dog is like a human dog, but then there's Pluto, which is like a regular dog. I always found that kind of strange.
Alright. This world has some really cool like movement interactions. There's a couple of different ways you can move around this. Like, platforming is way more of a thing in this game as opposed to like other Kingdom Hearts games. What we're doing specifically here is we're jumping across this gap, which is really hard to do without later movement options, and picking up an item there, which is actually a better engine for our gummy ship. So that's going to make our gummy missions really fast. And there's just really cool movement tech of the fact that we can hit the barrels to extend our movement there. But you have to make sure you clear out the enemies and stuff and turn off your auto lock, otherwise you can really just sort of just miss all these finicky things. It's really hard to get right.
Yeah, it's actually kind of cool. So the gummy missions, like we're losing time in the normal Sora gameplay sections to save time in the gummy missions, which is nice because we don't spend as much time in the gummies. And that part right there is pretty fun. I like that. It's kind of a newer trick, actually.
Previously, I think only ever done in like the all worlds category, where you would need to also collect the Dalmatian puppies from that same section.
Yeah. This is a pretty bad fight. Okay.
So that was a bit rough. You know, whenever Sora's doing like air combos as close to the ground as Ninten is, if you mistime the inputs and he touches the ground, you'll generally like just cancel your combo. And if you continue to like hit the buttons and mistime them, you'll get into ground combos, which is, as described by Ori earlier, just way slower. There's so much more lag, or like, I guess just ending frames for like more fighting game sort of terminology on those moves. So the idea in Parasite Cage and the upcoming second Parasite Cage is that you want to hit him in the middle of the lower mouth with a finisher, and that will stagger him. If you do it right, you can ride that stagger loop through the entire fight.
Yeah, which we'll be doing. So basically, what you just said mostly applies to this, because we're also just going to be looping him, but it's a lot easier in this fight. It's actually consistent. So now, as long as if you don't hit the head, then we can loop him this way. So they hit the head, but that's fine. If you hit the orb too many times, then he'll get back up. But if you hit the side, then it prolongs him getting back up.
I actually didn't know that. That's really cool.
Yeah.
You don't want him to get back up, because the minute he gets back up, he gets way more aggressive.
Yeah, I actually learned that from the PS2 runners. Because that's what they do. That was actually kind of a bad fight because Goofy hit it like really, really early. But bad fights are only like plus 5 to 10 seconds. Not a big deal.
No, it's interesting. There's some situations like that with bosses where like you really don't want Donald and Goofy to do specific things. But there's only so much you can do to sort of prevent them from just like their AI just messing with the fights.
Yeah.
That's where like improvisation and stuff comes through as well in this version of the game, or in Kingdom Hearts 1 in particular.
And now I'll be putting on the gummy part that we got.
Yep, putting on the gummy part, and we got a couple of gummy missions, so a little bit of downtime here.
Sounds like my cue. We have $50 from Chikochi that says, wishing Ninten good luck on the run. Remember, Donald will definitely help you when you need it. Brackets, he won't. Don't believe his lies.
Thank you,
Thank you, Chikochi.
We also have $5 from Lacy Stripes that says, okay, I believe you.
Good. Believe everything I say.
I think Lacey was talking to Choco.
We also... one more or no?
Yeah, one more is fine.
Yeah, one more.
We have $10 from The Magic Carpet from Agrabah. Unreal. I try to save your life and you keep flying me into lava. Who taught you how to drive?
So we just got Dumbo there. And Ninten is going to use Dumbo to do one of the very few skips or glitches in this game called Dumbo Skip. We'll get to it later.
Yeah, but getting the summon there is pretty crucial.
It's kind of nicely routed in too, because like you kind of have to visit Monstro a second time anyway. So the fact that we can just grab it while we have to move through that world is nice.
Yeah, and I also did, at the very beginning, I did like a ledge grab that is actually really hard to do. I do a lot of movement stuff that is like, it saves like a couple frames, but it's harder.
I saw that and I was like, whoa.
Yeah, I'm really into optimizing the movement in this game.
Movement's fun. In
Yeah.
my opinion, movement's like one of the funnest things to do in any sort of speedrun.
Yeah.
Like when you can like add little text and stuff to optimize movement, it just feels like you're just flying through the game.
Gonna get this pretty free power up here just for more strength.
I think it's actually the only one in the game as well. It's a weird thing.
Yeah.
So on the PS2 versions, they had power-ups throughout the entire game, which makes sense because they wanted you, like, they reward you for exploring. But in FM, they changed them mostly to AP ups. I mean,
Is the Yellow Trinity?
Yeah, I think the
power
reason is
boost?
because they added a lot of extra abilities.
yeah, that's probably it. I just prefer the original when it comes to the treasure chest menu here.
Yep, we steal Jack's ethers because we're going to do more with them than he is. We actually don't really have Jack in the party this entire world. He's really painful if we keep him in the party, so we actually don't want him.
Yeah, I messed up the menu there, but I think I fixed it, but I can't read Japanese, so I don't know if I did.
What did you think you messed up?
I put Ray of Light over the wrong thing. I think I need to put it over Brave Warrior, but I put it on White Fang at first. But
Oh, that's not going to matter.
It does, I think.
It's only your health is smaller.
It matters when I have to put back on the right. I don't know. We'll see. It should be fine. Yeah.
Do you want me to check the VOD?
No, it's okay. It's okay.
She'll be right.
Yep. That part right there, there's actually a lot of tech in that fight. Because if you, for some reason, if you jump in certain parts before enemies spawn, it spawns them faster. I have no idea why. It's actually kind of weird. There's a lot of tricks in the game like that, where it's like, oh, if you do this weird thing here, you'll save time. And it doesn't really make sense.
It's one of those like knowledge things of like, there's just so much stuff like you wouldn't normally discover unless you just play the game a ton and play around with the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're just moving through the world here. It's a little bit of a fetch quest.
Ooh.
That is crazy.
This is...
This is a random spawn of white
Yeah.
mushrooms and...
Yeah, you... Normally there's a really cool trick that you do there. Unfortunately, we didn't get to see it. I think white mushrooms are actually faster, technically.
No, I don't think they're not actually.
They're not?
Yeah.
I think maybe the... Are you talking about like the time it takes for the level to load in is faster?
I don't know.
That
what
is
I'm talking
faster,
about.
yeah. But yeah, they are. It's just like it depends on the runner. So like for me, it's not.
That was funny.
That was funny. But like yeah, for runners that aren't quite as fast with the skip, then it's actually probably better.
Yeah.
It is easier for sure.
It was unfortunate it gave you a blizzard pattern though.
Yeah, that's why I was like, that's crazy. It's like
Yeah.
a 1 in 4 that they blizzard, and 2 of them did it, and it was a 2 that I blizzarded. It was crazy.
Yeah. No, there's normally a really cool movement trick you do there. Kind of floor is lava thing again, where if you kill the white knights that are sitting on the tombstones and jump across the tombstones, you won't spawn the enemies in the middle of the room, and you can progress through the room without fighting all of the extra heartless spawns. So that's a pretty cool little trick that we didn't get to see.
Yeah, that's fine though. The reason I put on the other accessory, by the way, is because I have more MP. I forgot if you mentioned that.
Oh, Ray of Light. Yeah,
Yeah.
so pretty much so far with our equipment, we just put on stronger keyblades when the damage actually matters. You know, +1 strength can actually make a massive difference as you progress through the game. And then for what we've been doing so far, we've just been putting on items that increase our strength. But now that we've got a few more tools in terms of our magic, like how we want to use blizzards to actually like deal with a spread of enemies like this, MP is starting to become quite important. So we put on Ray of Light, which gives us an extra MP. What also happened there, because lots happens in this game,
Yeah.
is we had to enter the room and exit the room because we got another rare spawn, which is called Black Fungus. That one is, like mentioned in Agrabah, you just have to leave the room and re-enter because they are so slow to deal with.
Yeah, and this is actually a pretty cool section. This is where we jump around Oogie Manor. You're supposed to go through and fight everything and then do like treaties and stuff, or like activate platforms, but you can just walk like platform around the entire thing.
I didn't know you could do that.
I didn't know you could do that either.
Here's another cool jump that is actually not faster, but I like doing it.
Yeah, this is actually really cool. This is one of the sickest like examples of movement optimization in this speedrun is moving around the manor there.
We're getting all 3 of these little guys at once, hopefully. Yeah.
That was mostly.
That was pretty good.
Gomenyo.
Yeah, so that is kind of tough because you need to do really fast blizzards. Blizzards are harder than they look because if you go too fast, you actually don't do a blizzard. So you have to time it correctly. Okay, so here's where if I have the wrong accessories, it will matter for Oogie. But I think I have the right ones. Because I kind of recognize the...
You put White Fang on.
Yeah, over Ray of Light. I just did one. I'm not sure if that's Brave Warrior.
I'm sorry, I didn't see it.
It is. Your MP went down.
Okay. But yeah, it should be fine. There's a cool thing called Dice Reflect. If you want to explain it right.
So, Oogie Boogie here, he has a couple of phases where like he'll start by spawning Heartless, and then you have to press a button to trap Oogie, so you can go up and hit him. You can't actually jump up there without doing this. You want to make sure you trap your party members in a different section, because he takes exactly 10 hits before pushing you off, and party members count. So you do not want them in there. Right here, we're going to try and parry these dice. Yeah, nice. That just lets you go straight into trapping him again. Otherwise, whatever he rolls on the dice will make animations happen around the room. Whether they're spawns, clap for that one. Whether they're spawns, the platforms move around, or he can actually heal himself as well.
Yeah.
So getting that dice reflect there saves like 20 seconds. It's a huge time save.
Yeah, that's a huge time loss if you miss it. It's like those dice, it's really fun to do, because you have to, it's different each time at where he is and where he throws them. So you have to just, I like doing an air hit. I know some people like doing ground hits, but.
Well, I like doing a ground hit because of the auto lock, but now I know how to turn that off.
Oh, yeah.
Might get better. Second phase of Oogie, he's merged with his mana. And basically the whole boss fight is going and killing these purple orbs. Since Ninten knows where they all are, he's just going to move around in the most optimal way. Because of how quickly we can defeat them on beginner, we can push through them very quickly with not really any worry. In other difficulties, you might want to be careful, because the more of the purple orbs you kill, the more aggressive the tower gets.
Okay,
we don't have to worry about that.
I actually don't have the right accessories, because these are taking one more hit.
Yes, you don't. They're taking 6 hits instead of 5.
So
we'll have to fix that.
Yeah, I might need Arby's help. I don't know what the... yeah, I don't know. What am I supposed to have on? Do you know?
Right now, you're supposed to have Brave Warrior and White Fang. You haven't got Raven's Claw yet.
So no, wait, you do, right?
No, you
No,
don't.
you get Raven's Claw in the ship.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, I don't know anything about this game.
So right now you should have Brave Warrior and White Fang.
Yeah. So I probably don't have Brave Warrior, I think.
Yeah, so I understand. You put on the wrong one over the wrong one, so it messed up your whole menu. I get it.
Yeah.
When are you going to learn Japanese?
I tried a few times, but I am bad at learning other languages, apparently.
It's hard.
It is hard. Which one?
That one.
That one, yeah.
It's called Spill Brave for some reason.
Spill Brave.
I don't know if
what?
that's how it's meant to be translated.
Spill Brave? What does that mean?
Maybe somebody...
You got me.
It's one of those weird katakana, like, I don't know, kind of situations.
I actually find it very interesting that in this game, the menus are riddled with kanji and hiragana as well. But in Kingdom Hearts 2, the menus are like fully katakana for the most part.
Oh, yeah.
Which makes it way easier to read.
There was actually a time when I did learn katakana so I could do speedrun races with other people on like a learning website just to kill time. But then
I remember those days.
Yeah, you're probably. I think you probably participated.
I didn't participate, but I watched.
Okay.
Watched a lot.
But I completely forgot how to read it.
Start speedrunning your one cunnies.
What?
It's like a kanji
learning app.
Flashcard app.
Oh,
it's very nice. I like it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Hookship.
To explain what's happening here, so this gummy mission, we actually have a 30% chance of missing this next world, but we got it. Yeah, it's roughly 30%. It's probably not exact, but if you haven't completed all of the other worlds in this ring of worlds, this has a chance to not appear. The first time you miss it, it loses about 50 seconds. Each subsequent miss is about 30 seconds. And so you're basically running a 70-30 every time.
Yep, and you can just miss it forever, like in theory.
I think the world record is like 14 misses.
No, I don't. I thought it was. Well, I thought it was. Like
it's
7,
up there.
Yeah, it's probably up there. It's such a. Yeah, it's crazy because the more you miss it, the less chance it is. That's how math works, I guess.
No, that's not how it works. I got to teach you about probabilities, mate.
Yeah. I like the movement here. It's fun.
The movement here is actually really fun. There's a lot of like sections in here where like you don't have to actually use the ladders. You can use things like swings or a magic cast to push Sora's hitbox into a loading zone. It's a loading zone that you don't actually have to walk into. It's not like a normal room change. So just by pushing Sora's hitbox in with an animation, you can just move through them. It's really cool.
Yeah, and that's another thing where auto-lock actually helps, because the first swing onto a platform, you can auto-lock into an enemy and it messes up.
I will be implementing that.
I'm sorry for bringing this up, but that Trinity cutscene definitely looked 30 FPS.
All right, this fight's really hard. It's actually the hardest, I think, in the game.
This fight is really hard. This is anti-Sora. We're basically, now that we've got the stop magic, we want to use this and time our air combos like really well to try and push him straight into his second phase where we can loop him. The really particular thing about this is like trying to catch him out of this phase is really hard. And your party members can really stuff you up.
They're coming to ruin the day.
He's got a hit counter here where he'll disappear after a certain amount of hits. And your party members will just push him out of the way, making it really hard to catch him. Ninten's going to do just the best he can to crowd control him, particularly in this corner, because you want to be dodge rolling into that door at the end of the fight. Otherwise, this load screen to get out of the fight takes ages.
Yeah, well, it's a very weird... That fast fade-out thing I was trying to do is actually like very strange. Even now, we don't really fully understand why it happens.
No, that fight, honestly, was controlled pretty well, considering, you know, we sort of lost the loop there for a second. Anti-Sora can go all the way around the room. Because of the low ceiling, you know, air combos can be hard if you're not doing these low air combos. And it can just become a mess. You can lose a lot of time there.
Yeah, it was pretty bad because I did mistime my inputs. I missed a lot of the stop damage. But
that's all right. You still did better than I could do it.
Gonna swap my party here. There's actually a new strat here. I'm gonna fight this instead of using Simba.
Yeah, so pretty recently, like, we started fighting this instead. Simba is pretty consistent at clearing out these mob fights. However, Simba's animation to summon, just like before when we mentioned in Agrabah, is just so long. So fighting them sort of becomes another situation of like your best Simba will probably be just as fast as like a mid version of this.
Yeah, it's actually a lot harder to beat Simba with this strat. But this fight, for example, was probably about even with Simba. But it
can go faster,
yeah, it can go
which
faster.
is the point. Now, Hook is a really interesting one. We can just loop him the whole time with stop. So we've kept Peter Pan's ethers this time on him, so he can throw them to us during the fight. But basically, we want to try and loop Hook here the whole time with stop. You'll see his health bar's not going down, but at the end, when we sort of like release him from the stop lock, he should just like explode. There he goes.
There he is.
Like, he just lost all his health. Yeah. So that's pretty cool that you can just sort of do that. We'll see that in 1 or 2 more fights later on. Probably something not a lot of players would have known about this game is that you can just cast stop on these bosses.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know what it is. You can stop the bosses because you wouldn't think you could because it's pretty powerful.
Well, just the idea that the boss is just stuck there, can't do anything.
Yeah.
And we can just, do air combos on them for free. It's another particular thing about our MP being so high is that our stop duration is longer. That's how MP affects that magic spell, obviously not being a damaging spell. So we want to focus on having equipment that increases our maximum MP to be stopping the bosses more.
Yeah. It's actually kind of tough to get the hits in between the stops because you have to do faster air combos. And then here we're just doing some cutscenes. I'll do a bit of a menu here.
So just equipping a new Keyblade, Fairy Harp. It's stronger and gives us more MP. Equipping a few abilities. We have Glide, We have Guard, and we have Ars Arcanum, which is going to be one of our biggest damage dealing abilities for the rest of the game. We also finally messed with our party's abilities. We gave Goofy Tornado,
yeah.
which, while it's sort of hard to notice, actually puts in a ton of work.
I'm gonna go ahead and grab Dumbo now. You can choose to do it now or after Opposite Armor, but I am not, like, I don't want to forget to do it because it's really bad if I forget, so I'll just do it now.
Yeah, may as well. So we're just sort of like getting this and then moving to the world, a little bit of downtime.
I also put Autolock back on because with Ars Arcanum, it's a lot easier to hit stuff with it if you're auto-locking into things. So that's why I finally put it back on.
Do you reckon we have time for a donation while we move to this?
Yeah.
Sounds good to me. We have $58 from Anonymous that did initially put us to the $8,888 mark, saying, first we hit 8888, can we get to 10K? Which we're certainly getting close on that. We have $25 from Dr. Rank that says, this has been such an amazing event. Hats off to all the runners. By the way, any chance we can do something in Brisbane next year?
Maybe.
Maybe. That's not my call. I have no idea.
Yeah, me saying maybe,
But
like, I can influence the decision.
So. And that was ours. We want to kill everything with the R's, but it's really random.
Yeah, those enemies can just start bouncing around the map, and it's really annoying. We did a lot of particular movement to get to the bell here, because there's a lot of like different just spawn zones there that if we don't start like gliding above the floors in different sections, we will just spawn more waves of enemies, and it makes it harder to interact with the bell over here. But now this is opposite armor.
This is one of my favorite fights.
Already?
Yeah.
Yeah, this fight's really cool. We start with the regular guard armor. You only have to break one of his parts to progress the first part of the fight. But then, like, he flips his arms and legs around and he becomes opposite armor.
It's actually a really hard strat that is pretty new.
Oh, well, I'll just watch it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so basically I need to target swap the correct way, which I was trying to do there. It's really hard because you do it during R's. It's like a very hard timing. But if you mess it up, it's not that bad because you just do the old strat, which is what I'm doing.
That was cool. That was a cool parry. Parrying stuff in Kingdom Hearts is very fun. But yeah, basically, we want to make sure we're hitting this boss like in particular ways. We guard his abilities to like his attacks to stagger like the limbs and really try to focus them down one at a time. If it's not done in that particular way, he has a lot of animations where he's just invincible. Like, you can't destroy the limbs, you can't hurt the main body. So you really want to make sure you control that fight to optimize it.
Yeah, it's another part. It's basically like if you mess it up, if you get a bad pattern as well, then you lose like 10 seconds. Like, so basically the old strat was relying on RNG, the new strat is to prevent the RNG, but it is really hard. But that's opposite armor, and now we're going to be moving on to towards the end of the game. Hollow Bastion.
The best world.
Yeah, it's my favorite world.
Good Smash map.
Do we have time for one before the next world?
Yeah, yeah.
We have $50 from Chili Pepper that says, hey Ninten, real quick, before you go to the next level, make sure to check the Discord. Someone found something really crazy with Blizzard and the bubbles.
No, wait, what does Blizzard do to the bubbles? I have no idea.
You should do it.
Does it do something?
Try it out.
Wait, I already have Flare G.
Yeah, well, I was going to say, what are you going to this menu for?
Yeah.
Who's thinking about the bubbles?
I was.
Before we got Flare G in Monstro, we would normally put it on
right there.
Right there.
Yeah, so there's a few things like that where, like recently when I grinded to get record, I implemented a lot of new routing that changes quite a bit, so I revert back to my old muscle memory sometimes. But yeah.
It's really interesting how, like, I mean, as is with all speedrunning, like, new stuff is just being found all the time.
Oh yeah.
Like, this game is, what, 24 years old now? And just new stuff
That's
is...
crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, think about that one. Think about that one.
Wait, wasn't it released in 2001 for Japanese? Or is it 2002?
End of 2001 for Japanese,
Yeah.
early 2002 for English. If I remember correctly, I might
Yeah.
not be.
So it's going to turn 25 this year, right?
Don't say that. No, but it's really cool. Like, I mean, it's just one of those fun things with speedrunning, right? There's always more stuff to try out. And just always new ways to play the game, so...
Yeah, the knowledge is deep as well. There's like things like damage caps.
So much with this game.
And yeah.
Yeah, damage caps. There's also like a lot of it plays
Movement
into
tech, the swimming thing you mentioned.
Yeah,
Yeah.
swimming thing.
So recent.
And the bubbles as well.
Are you gonna do anything with the bubbles?
I don't know. I guess I'll try. I guess I'll try it. What could Blizzard possibly
I
do
don't know.
to
I'm kind
bubbles?
of. I don't think anything's gonna happen.
How would ice interact with water? That
Yeah.
doesn't make sense.
I don't know. It
It's-
doesn't make sense.
I mean, ice is just water.
Yeah, that is true. We have to wait for this cutscene.
Yeah, toast is just bread.
That was not.
That was fire. Oh my god, it
Whoa.
freezes the bubbles. That's sick. Who knew you could do that? Kid me? Did not.
Yeah, basically everyone tells me that you can do that in my chat every single day that I stream this game. But the thing is that there's like literally chests that you can only grab if you do freeze the bubbles. So I feel like you should know about that.
What if you had super?
I mean, if you just have super glide and you start from the top, you can just glide down.
No, yeah, okay.
Oh, but you could
Actually-
get them earlier. There's so much stuff in this game that is like, you just would never notice. I still learn stuff about this game that is like, does not really impact the game at all. But it's like, oh, did you know like you can whack this thing and it gives you a little text box? I'm like, no.
Yeah, this game.
Why would I ever do that?
Yeah, it has so much charm to it. I really like that about this game.
There's a lot of love put into this.
Yeah.
So we got a little puzzle coming up here. It's pretty simple. We just need to like press these buttons. In the story, our Keyblade has been taken away from us. So we have the wooden sword, which can't damage Heartless in this version of the game. It can in the original PS2. You do 1 damage. So we actually need to rely on Beast coming up to defeat some enemies for us. So we're going to be making a lot of use of like the triangle button to influence our party members' attacks.
Yep.
We can still use magic.
Yeah.
Magic does a lot of damage still. But yeah.
So I'll be trying to use a gravity. I don't think I've used a couple gravities, but gravity does damage based on the amount of health that the enemy has. So that in later enemies, it's a lot more useful because they have more health.
It's percentage based, so like it'll do like 60% of the enemy's total health.
Yeah. Doesn't work on many bosses. It kind of does on one enemy, but
There's like one that like pseudo boss that it works on, but
yeah.
not a whole lot of main bosses because that would be pretty
It
ridiculous.
would be ridiculous, yeah. I like watching Beast just kind of walk into nothing.
Yeah.
We've trapped him.
Yeah. he's
How's he gonna help us out?
Whoa!
Whoa!
How do you get there?
If Beast can teleport, why are we doing this puzzle?
Exactly.
Yeah, maybe this game doesn't make sense.
That's what I'm saying. I like this part of the game though. I like having that they take away the Keyblade. I think it's pretty cool.
What happens if you freeze these bubbles?
I think that they would freeze.
But then you can't progress.
Yeah, you have to wait. They do melt eventually.
No.
There's a really cool thing I found here. Yes.
That is way faster than... Whoa.
Yeah.
How does that work?
What happens is that if you press triangle at the right time when you're dodge rolling, Beast will get stuck underground. And because he's far away from the enemies, it will despawn. It'll give you a blue menu sooner.
Wow.
I
What
didn't know that either.
I knew to do is dodge roll into the wall 6 times.
Yeah.
And that will despawn the enemies. That was way cooler.
Yeah, it's kind of precise, but it's a really cool time save. I'm biased because I found it, but
Maybe I should watch Ninten's stream. Learn something.
this fight is kind of annoying.
We actually got our Keyblade back through the power of friendship, right?
Yes.
I'm the one that knows the cutscenes.
My friends are my power. And Goofy's not gonna betray Sora either. So yeah, this fight's really annoying. Riku's really hard to control. We really want Goofy to be tornadoing through this fight to block a lot of Riku's attacks.
That was pretty good.
That was pretty good. What Riku's favorite attack to do in this one is one where he lunges across the screen. Makes it really hard to sort of keep track of him and keep hitting him. So we really want Goofy to help us out. Some other strats include like running against the wall to try and make sure he's just lunging into the wall and not really going anywhere. But that one is kind of random on what he's going to do for the most part. You can affect it a little bit, but yeah, he's just very hard to control. Because basically we've hit the point in the game where we have plenty of tools, and for the most part, we can use those tools to influence what the bosses do. And that's how we're going to get the fast kills.
Yep. We're doing a library puzzle here. We don't have to do the whole thing, thankfully. Because the books scare me.
Books scare you.
Yeah. Those hits are actually kind of hard on the pots there.
Yeah.
I line it up real carefully.
Yeah. And then, like, your auto target can mess it up. The camera messes up. Some of these sections in the game, like, the camera is actually, like, you have to fight the camera. Or just learn to roll with it.
Yeah, actually, I think that's the thing with PS2 is that the camera's actually faster, I think, right?
So the camera movement on every version since PS4 has actually been slower. For some reason, when they ported this into PS4, all of the camera movement with the analog stick was just heaps slower and can be really painful, particularly when, like, you know, you're trying to move the sticks around in a particular way and also use your camera to realign Sora to walk in straight lines rather than taking arcs, for example. Just small optimizations by sort of learning how to use that slower camera.
Yeah, I messed up a movement tech there.
Did you do the cool surf? I missed.
I was, yeah. It was great.
One of the coolest ones that's insanely hard is that when you use the last fire on the last candle up the top, you can actually start a glide animation in like the frames before the little cutscene of the fire going out plays, and the glide will maintain through that little cutscene, and you can actually glide over while that's happening. But that's just extremely hard.
It's called Liquid Glide.
Liquid glide.
Yeah, he found it.
Wow.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he found that glide, and then he hated the game, so he didn't play it again.
Yeah. All right, so here we're trying to like deal with the enemies so that we can despawn them for that chest. That is the Haste 2 gummy. So basically our booster gummy item that we've got on, that's just a more powerful version of it. So that it actually is very worth taking the time to go get that. So that looks like, you know, it looks like we took a lot of time out of our way, but it has the added bonus of the way we move around the map. We don't actually spawn any extra enemies on the way up to these little little crystals to progress us. That's some crazy tongue.
Speaking of Liquid, do we have time for one donation real quick?
Let me just get these wizards real quick. So I want them to handle that one while I handle these two. And Goofy did it. Let's go,
That's
Goofy.
pretty good.
All right.
Donation time.
We have $250 from Liquid that just says,
Whoa.
Bruce!
That's me! Thank you, Liquid. That's awesome. That's so generous.
Do have another if we've got some time.
Yeah, keep going.
We have $10 from Beast that says, don't worry, I'll catch up once I figure out a way around these insurmountable ankle-high walls.
Yeah, so this is going to be the first instance of Dumbo skip. which is why we got Dumbo before. And it's basically Dumbo lets you go higher than you can jump, and that allows us to grab a ledge that you're not supposed to grab.
It's really cool because normally Dumbo will not take you high enough to get over certain ledges. He'll not take you high enough above the floor. But the dismiss animation to get rid of Dumbo, Sora does a little hop out of it, which gives you that tiniest little bit of extra height to actually grab this ledge and skip a whole bunch of movement there. So that's really cool. That saves a bunch of time.
It does.
Yeah, it's a fun skip.
It's really fun.
I love Dumbo. He's so cute.
It's actually very scary because you can't actually summon when enemies aren't there. So you have to have enemies there to do it. And so if you mistime it, the enemies can knock you out of it. And then it just makes it way harder to keep doing the strat because you have to use MP every time. Maleficent is a cool fight. We actually are not using finishers on purpose. The moment you use a finisher, she will change how she behaves. So we just use no finishers until we can use an R's to clear her out here.
Yeah, Donald can mess that up if he uses gravity on the platform. It hit Maleficent there, so it was fine. But if he loses gravity on the platform, then it actually loses a lot of time. And it's complete luck. So that almost was bad. Now this fight is actually also very tough because we'll be doing stop loops, but the air combos have to be very, very tight.
Yeah, I'm guessing you're doing the ether strat?
No.
Oh, okay.
We're skipping the ether.
Oh, you skipped the ether?
Yeah, just not going to use it.
Oh, okay.
So
I was thinking we skipped the Mega Elixir and use an ether, but this is even harder.
yeah.
So yeah, this is just going to be stop loops the whole time, but Ninten's air combos have to be so low to the ground to get the necessary amount of hits out in time in order to refill his MP without using items here and keep having enough MP to use more stops. One interesting fact about this is that there's a point in the fight where you actually want to let her escape the stop for a couple of frames. That was really good. Because there's a threshold where once you deal that much damage, if you keep her in the original stop loop, she will just like stop taking damage for some reason.
Yeah, so it's just a thing where like she can't be stopped the entire time, but you have to let her just do something for like a frame.
I guess the devs thought ahead about that one and was
I think
like,
so, yeah. There's like a limit.
Let's not let you keep her stopped forever and just cheese the whole fight, but you only need to let her unfreeze for like a frame.
This fight is notorious for casual players, especially on PS2, because you had to watch the cutscene every time you lost to Riku.
Every single time. Like, I swear, I have this cutscene memorized just because of, like, how many times I died to it as a kid.
I did too.
What I'm hearing is you've got it memorized.
So I have to do very precise timing on the air hits to keep him in a loop for the second phase. The first phase I'll be doing Ars Arcanum.
Yeah, this is a fight that has a DM, as we were talking about, where he goes invulnerable and it takes a really long time. So Ninten's going to try and loop him to prevent a DM.
Just watch how close he is to the ground. It's crazy. That was awesome. I just let that one speak for itself because, like, you look at how low to the ground Ninten kept, and that strat, that version of the strat, is only possible when doing those fast air combos, because there's an easier version of the strat, but you get one less hit in every time you combo. That version saves like multiple seconds.
So, yeah, it depends. There's actually a lot of versions. Like you can do ground hits even.
Yeah, so that's one of the cool things about that fight. There's easier strats to do it, depending on like your skill level of the game.
We're a cute little guy. Are you going to do Saiyan's jump? Number 2?
Wait, what? Like this?
Yeah, like that.
Yeah.
I don't know what it's actually called, but he said he told me he found that.
Okay. Yeah, basically if you jump, we just remove the landing lag by jumping when you land.
Yeah.
Yeah, during the Riku fight, I was actually scared because I was at 1 hit, if you can believe it. He does like half your health. So
Yeah.
if I missed the loop, I think I would have died.
We've hit the point in the game where, like, remember, this is really just standard mode, but they gave us extra items at the beginning of the game. We've hit the point in the game where, like, enemies are dealing a lot of damage, and we're basically just on standard mode damage now.
I also don't use defense boosts, which only saves a couple of seconds, but they're not needed. So, like, as long as you don't get hit and die, it's fine to not use them.
Yeah, 100%. So we're still seeing the benefit of our power boosts, but yeah, we're gonna, despite the fact that we're on, like, quote-unquote beginner mode, we're taking a decent chunk of damage if we get hit by certain enemies.
Yeah, I think you get, like, 3-shot by most things now.
Yeah, pretty much. Some of the bigger enemies.
Yeah, and the Heartless also get more power after Hollow Bastion.
Yes, they do.
That's right.
I like a lot of the end game enemies. Like, we're actually, in terms of like the idea of a casual playthrough of this game, we're still quite under-leveled.
Oh, yeah.
So even though we have like the damage cap from the power boosts, our defense stat is pretty low than what the game sort of intends you to be at. But we've just got to move through this world. We need to head back to Hollow Bastion again. It's got a second visit to do. We just need to get like a navigation gummy piece in order to allow us to get there. This is also where we get the Oathkeeper Keyblade, which we'll pretty much be using that Keyblade for the rest of the game.
Should I show off the glitch?
Yeah, did you get it?
I got it.
Yeah, show it off.
Okay.
Let this happen. This is really funny. So if you roll into this cutscene at the same time as you roll into the water, Sora does this, where the game did not know how to position him. So he positions to like a dev default spot and starts doing moves. That was the slide dash ability that we don't have.
We don't even have it yet.
We don't even have that ability, much less equip it. So he's just doing like dev test.
What's he doing over there?
He's over there. It's a very funny.
That is my
glitch.
favorite part.
He's meant to just be falling straight down. I think he whacks her next. I don't know what he did right there, but he did something. I heard it.
Yeah.
And
Okay,
now it's back to
it's back to
normal.
normal now.
It's a very funny little glitch. Try that one at home.
Yeah, you have to just dodge roll at a certain time. It's a little hard.
You like land into the water where Sora would go into a swim animation at the same time you roll into the cutscene trigger. I tried to show it off as an incentive one year and just absolutely ballsed it. They don't let me do incentives anymore.
Yeah, so
Kidding.
just gonna go back and talk to Sid again. And then we can go on to Hollow Bastion again. And we're nearing the end of the game. There's only one more world after Hollow Bastion. But this is a pretty big, like, part where we don't have to do much.
Sounds great for these donations that I've had come through. We had $25 from Hyphen Hoik. That was just the divide symbol. Thank you. We
Good album.
we also had $80 from AusSpeedruns that says, here's the Twitch revenue for ASO. Thank you,
Nice.
everyone, for all that Twitch revenue. Going straight to the cause.
Yeah, everything's going in, right? Like all the subs and stuff.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah, and shouts to all the lurkers, too, for the ad revenue and everything.
We also have $10 from Trauma that says, hey, remember, there's no way you're taking Kyrie's heart. What a classic. And $50 from Club Who with no comment, but thank you all the same, Klepu, for everything you do for AusSpeedruns.
Thank you, Klepu.
And that guy owed me money.
I'm a bit careful. So this is actually the scariest part if you play without a gun. And I got hit when I wasn't supposed to, but it's fine now, I think.
Don't quit out here.
No.
Ori, do you remember where to quit out?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, what? Did you quit out here?
Well,
no, it was-
actually, on PS2, you can't pause.
Yeah,
you
you
have to
can't go
die.
down.
You have to die.
Yeah.
No, I baited Sayo into almost dying like a
Oh.
whole second of the government mission earlier.
That's
It was so
diabolical.
funny.
And he was like, guys, where do I die?
Yeah, where do I die?
Someone
I'm
tell
like,
me.
don't worry, mate. I've got you. And then I told him the complete wrong spot.
Yeah. So if you leave at the right time, it unlocks that route, and then you can just warp to Hollow Bastion,
Yeah.
even though you haven't done
You
it
don't
yet.
have to finish the gummy ship mission.
Yeah, as long as you get into that section of the route. We
Alright.
do have to make our way from the bottom, though, because we have lost all our save points. So, hey, do you know you can do stuff with those bubbles?
Don't start. This is a hard menu that I hope I can do quickly. Oh god. That was...
That's okay, that's
yeah,
okay.
we'll just-
The menuing in this game is like, once you have it optimal, it is so much fun. But it is so hard because, like, generally, if you're doing it optimally, you're pushing through this menu faster than you can really read what's going on.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Because the menuing is that smooth in Kingdom Hearts games, which is really cool.
We're about to use Dumbo again.
We are. This one's actually a bit harder in my opinion.
This one is harder. We actually want to make sure we don't spawn as many like of the little red nocturnes as possible because they can stuff us up. But we basically want to roll backwards and despawn them so they don't stuff us up. But we need to spawn them, otherwise we don't have access to our summon menu. So it's a bit scary, this one. But we can get up to their ledge grab, come over to this, and we've just skipped going all the way through like the library and that again. It's really awesome.
Yeah, that was also a really quick despawn on the wizard, so I got the menu instant.
That was really good.
All right. And then we had to do the elevator again.
Yeah, this one's a bit trickier. A lot more enemies are going to spawn here, but we're going to be relying on Beast. Beast is actually really strong. He has a Roar ability that, if it goes right, Ninten will influence him to do 2 Roars. 2 Roars clears the entire fight.
Yeah.
We want to position Beast just right so that he does it.
Perfect. Oh my god.
Clear the entire fight. And all those sorts of enemies are just air-based enemies that just move around the elevator, jump away from you. Thanks, man. That's my goat right there.
Be careful where the camera's facing when you get off the elevator.
Nah, she'll be right. No, I can be careful.
I've lost a run to staring at Goofy's face.
Did you dodge roll off the edge?
Yeah.
If you fall, you go all the way down to the bottom, and you have to re-platform back up. So it's very bad if you fall off.
It's over, pretty much.
Yeah, it's
And Dumbo skip again, the same one that we saw before.
We're a little bit further back because of the enemy, but it should be fine.
I think it's fine.
Like, it's actually pretty lenient, the timing you have to do this before the wyverns start to try and knock you away.
Oh god. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. That's the last Dumbo skip done, all perfectly. And yeah, we can,
As expected.
as expected of the world record holder.
Thank you. Thank you. Oh god. Don't get hit by that
Yeah.
guy.
Oh yeah, it's
we could
really
do Dumbo
easy
skip
for him to
again.
knock you down, and then you have to do the Dumbo skip again.
Yeah. And that's happened to people on record pace. Because it's pretty easy to get hit by him.
Timing the dodge roll for the iframes on him is really hard.
Oh, I just jump over him. Like,
Yeah, I don't bother dodge rolling past him.
Yeah.
This is a very cool fight. This is one of the bosses we were talking about earlier, who later on we will fight him again. And we'll be using gravity, but for this first fight, he's technically considered a boss, so gravity isn't very effective.
We get locked on his horn there, so Sora's like basically standing on the ground still and can cast R's, which is really cool. But basically we want to like use R's to push the enemy to like bow his head. We're going to be very careful because that does a lot of damage. Luckily we can cure through them because we have an ability called Leaf Bracer, which makes us immune to damage during our cure spell. The other thing we're hoping for in this fight is we gave Goofy an ability, a really broken ability earlier called MP Gift. So if Goofy uses 2 MP, he gives us 3, which means that's effectively him giving us an ether every time. So we want to really make use of that. In a lot of fights, we actually just manipulate that to happen. That's why we took off Tornado, so he's not using his MP on other stuff.
Yep. And that was a pretty okay fight. I save an ether to use it there. There's like 1 ether that you can use wherever you want, kind of. And I use it there because that's like the most luck-based part. Because you need him to use MP Gift, and you also want Beast to throw ethers. And I cannot skip this cutscene because it is an unskippable cutscene that you cannot skip because it is unskippable.
That's a classic.
Yeah.
Heard it so many times.
That's my favorite.
Their voice actors are great.
I actually prefer Japanese voices, except for the Disney characters. The Disney characters sound kind of whack. I also have Oathkeeper on, because it has more MP and also a decent strength stat.
Kaguya no o shimeta. It has been closed. I was trying to make a... Don't worry.
I don't know Japanese.
Goofy's like, come and close the keyhole.
Oh, so you're replying to Goofy?
I said, now the keyhole is closed.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah. Sorry.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
I got some supporters.
Let's go, Ari.
Okay, the final world. The
Yeah, we're
end of the
moving
world.
on.
The end of the world.
We got a neat item there as well that we put on, Omega Arts. It's a really good strength item, but also like buffs our MP and HP. It's one of the top items in the game, basically. And then the reason why we're going to stick with Oathkeeper, because there actually is Keyblades that do more damage, more strength values generally. However, we have, with our 8 power boosts from the beginning of the game, hit the damage cap for the bosses in the end game. So we don't need to go and pick up those Keyblades that will do more damage, because on the bosses we're doing the maximum. And Oathkeeper works out better for us because if we were to pick up those Keyblades, if we needed them, we would actually have way less MP and our magic would do less damage. So now we're just doing insane magic damage, insane physical damage, and yeah, we're just going to roll with this.
Yep, and I really like this world. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
There's going to be Invisibles, which are actually my favorite Heartless design.
Me too.
Oh.
And
Very
also
cool.
they
Pure
have a
Heartless.
DM.
Yes.
So they can go invincible if you don't kill them quick enough.
This is so good.
Oh my goodness, that was awesome. That is really hard. Those guys are super random. There's so many different moves they can do, including, like Ori said, going invincible, disappearing from the map, which takes a very long time to write out the animation. They can also just jump across the screen, and they do like a third of your health when they hit you. So controlling those guys, very difficult.
Yeah, these ones can also spawn more.
Yes.
Yeah, the Angel Stars can actually revive Heartless that have been defeated. That was a really good fight too. What actually happened is our other party members forced the Angel Star to do its guard move where, well, we actually can't kill it. But because they forced that early, we could just wipe it out after we'd finished dealing with the other ones. So that was pretty nice.
Yep.
Pick up a cottage there to fully refill our MP and HP, because we want to be using a lot of spells on the next boss.
Yeah, so there's going to be the behemoth that was a boss before. Now we can use gravity because it's an enemy, and it will do a chunk of damage.
Because it has so much health. And as we said earlier, gravity is damage based on their health percentage.
Yeah.
Big chunks of damage.
Important not to fall off here. I want MP gifts from Goofy. Please, Goofy. No. He was busy flying.
Oh my god, he just didn't give it to you.
That's fine.
That's
yeah.
alright. Luckily,
Goofy,
it's pretty lenient.
Yeah, he
That
can.
strat.
Like, basically, I think he was gliding the whole time. So that's why
He's
he
just
could-
having fun.
yeah.
He's just goofing around. It's because his name's Goofy.
Yeah.
Sorry, that was
Thanks,
to
Ori.
me.
Yeah, sorry. Thank you.
Sorry.
I feel justified. All right, so we put Ray of Light back on just there. We want 9 MP to make the... Oh,
Whoa.
you almost grabbed the ledge.
Oh, I do it on purpose to land on the save point there.
Oh, it's optimized.
Yep.
There you go. I didn't know that. But yeah, we want 9 MP here to make sure like our summons and our magic for the next few mob fights do the amount of damage we want them to do. We will luckily hit a level up shortly that gives us an extra magic, so we can then move that item off to a different party member later. But for now, yeah, we're gonna...
This section is all of the previous worlds that we've visited before. And the worlds that we didn't seal the keyhole on, we need to fight these enemies. So we're doing the Olympus one and what's it called? Atlantica, yeah.
And the 100 Acre Wood one.
Yeah, which is enemyless, but you just gotta go in and...
Yeah.
Oh god, wait, if he draws a fireball, this might be bad. Wait, okay. Okay.
Okay, you got lucky.
Yeah, I wasn't sure. You can get hit by that fireball if you get very unlucky. So this is the first time using Simba. He just one-shots everything if you power him up fully.
Yeah, because we have so much MP.
We're also using Cheers, which is an ability on Down and Goofy that makes your summon lasts longer, which for Simba makes him do more damage on the roar. So all of that makes Simba extremely powerful.
Yeah, Cheer is like the equivalent of getting like 1 extra MP bar for the purposes of summons.
Whoa, I missed that guy. There we go.
It's really good that like these worlds that we have chosen not to do, we can actually pretty optimally get rid of the Heartless here because there is a lot of them and they are very powerful. Particularly the Olympus Coliseum one. If you mess up the Simba one and try to back it up with actually fighting the Heartless, it's so hard.
Oh,
it takes so long.
You just leave and come
Yeah.
back. Like,
Yeah.
you just give up. This is 100 Acre Wood.
So we get a Mega Elixir from that. We've slowly collected Elixirs and Mega Elixirs throughout the run, which we're basically saving right for the end. We're going to equip them all before the final boss.
Here's more Invisibles. Hopefully we don't get a DM from any of them throughout the game.
Yep.
Oh,
You can
pretty good.
sort of like hit confirm a gravity on them by like staggering them with one hit and then using the gravity after that, which we're basically going to be trying to do there.
Okay.
I was a little
Nice.
worried there.
I was a little worried too. Oh, Goofy was back there. What's he doing there? Alright, Trinabog.
Very cool.
This fight sucks. I don't like this fight.
I like the fight in concept.
I actually enjoy it because there's a lot of like skill that goes into it.
There is a lot of skill. Like, this fight looks like it's just air combos the whole time. However, there's so much you can do to optimize it in terms of moving Sora into particular spots so that you don't really have to chase his head. Making sure that you're doing the correct air combos. So Ninten's not using any finishers. Also, another thing that you'll see later on is that the animation of Sora's upward swing is way quicker into the next hit than Sora's downward swing into the upward swing. So being below the hitbox is really important. Landing on the bottom here actually means we have to do less movement to leave this room.
Yeah, I also got a thing called pushback skip, where he tries to push you back, but if you're positioned exactly right, he doesn't. You get pushed like
Into an invisible wall, which is no further from his head.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
you can do a lot more damage to him.
Just equipped Super Glide, so now we glide way faster.
Yep.
Yeah. It's a cool ability that we get.
Make sure that you press square when you're gliding.
I didn't know that
Regular glide?
when I first started running. And Sayo told me, and I forgot and went back to regular gliding again.
That's funny.
This is the scariest room in the entire run, in my opinion.
It's pretty difficult. So we call this final rest, named for the next room that we move into, which is the last big mob fight before we go into like the final boss rush. There's what, like 13 waves of Heartless or something here.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
Starting with this behemoth, and then oh, that was rough. And then running into just tons of Angel Stars, Invisibles, and Dark Balls. We throw a Mega Elixir in here because we want to refresh all our MP. The best way to deal with a lot of these is a lot of magic. So it's going to become the theme, is like, you know, magic for mob fights, physical for boss fights. And we want to make sure we're positioning ourselves correctly here towards the end of the room.
Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna actually jump away when I use the gravity, because then they'll target down a Goofy, and then they're just all gonna go right into it. There we go.
All right, so that is a crazy section of the fight there. Those Invisibles deal so much damage. You really want to control them in the corner of the map there to wipe them all out. And you also have to be careful about how much MP you have, because you want to summon Simba after. You also have to be careful of them not killing Donald and Goofy, because without Donald and Goofy both alive, you can't summon Simba. You also need to make sure that you're not going right into the middle of the room so that these enemies can hit you out of Simba's attacks. Because Simba's how we clear the rest of these waves. We just mince them.
Yeah, so that summon animation is, you need to start summoning Simba as soon as you can. If you're too late, then you can't use Simba, and you have to do the entire fight without Simba, which takes forever.
And it's hard.
The timing
It's
is
very hard.
Yeah, it's really hard. The timing is actually pretty tight, because during the first portion of the summon animation, it's actually loading. And while the game is loading, the enemies are spawning in and they are able to move.
Okay.
All right, we're going into the final door. This is where we fight all the final fights.
Do we have time for a couple donations before that starts? Or?
Quick donations, yep.
Yeah, so we had a bit of a total of $610 from an anonymous. That's put us to $9,999, saying,
Nice.
Who's ready to be a 10K millionaire? Who's going to be the lucky last one? And I did happen to catch a few people from the crowd trying to put in some coin donations. So we had $3 in coin donations and $5 from Salvo. I think right before those coin donations, had to push that 10K. Thank you all so very much.
That's amazing.
All right. So to explain what's happening in this fight, we are wanting to be very particular with the way we move around the arena, because Ansem is going to behave in a way that he flies away from where we are. So we're going to move in a way that then gets him to back away into this corner, so he's not just flying around the room, doing all different things, and staggering him over and over to force him to do moves that keep him right in front of us. If he flies off to some sections of this map, because of how high he goes, it's incredibly difficult to to like keep hitting him. You can lose so much time to losing control of the boss in this fight. He also does tons of damage. So Ninten's doing a pretty good job of controlling him here. That was really well done. That boss can go horrendously wrong if you let him get out of that corner.
Yeah, and you also die very fast. I'm not sure if you mentioned that, but you actually die
in 3 hits.
I think it's 3, yeah.
And then, yeah, his hits do so much damage. So here we see Darkside again. We revisit Darkside. To do this fight optimally, Ninten's going to be target switching and doing low air combos. This is actually really hard to do. To try and kill the Darkside before he lifts his hands for this next animation. Nice.
I forgot to equip with something on Goofy, by the way, which would suck for the rest of the fight.
Oh, you didn't put Tornado back on.
But that's fine. We'll just mention
That's okay. This is one of the hardest fights, in my opinion, but also one of the most fun. This boss has a really weird, the way the staggers work on him. So we're trying to stagger him to encourage him to retaliate, but also keep in mind, as we transition into the yellow bar, he has a DM. Because we saw a stagger there from that R's as moving into the health bar, we know we've skipped the DM. We've also got to try and do it here to avoid the DM. Luckily, Ansem chose not to do the DM. That was really good. He can do the DM twice as you're moving through the fight. Probably more if you just let him do it. But like generally, there's 2 sections of his health bar where you're at risk. And they lose 20 seconds each time you get hit by it. So it's pretty punishing. So now for some of these bosses, we're going to be flying in the air a lot. So we're doing air combos the whole time. Much like Chernobog, we want to make sure like we're positioning ourselves right so our animations are faster. He actually animation cancelled Aero there. So by getting hit as he used it, it cancelled the end lag of it. We actually skip a phase here where Ansem summons little bats that start attacking you. We've also not really seen many lasers, which is like basically another phase skip. So that was a really good fight. That was awesome.
I'm going to do a cutscene skip here, where I'm going to skip this cutscene without pressing pause. Just like that.
That's a really interesting one, because Sora is sort of like rolling into a loading zone as the cutscene begins. The game like doesn't want to play the cutscene, it just wants to do the loading zone instead. Sends you into here. It makes this room really blurry for some reason.
Yeah.
And on some versions of the game, it like cuts off part of your screen. But it's just a very small optimization and also just very cool little trick.
Yeah. Artillery. Gonna use R's Arcanum on here.
Let's go, Chili. All right.
Oh god. Okay.
This artillery is very scary. They do so much damage. Plus, there's lasers. You ideally want to position yourself right so that you just use a couple of R's and you like sort of fly through them. They're really weird because like you can just bonk around them while you're standing right next to them trying to hit.
Goofy is back.
That's a nice animation cancel, actually. So we use the swing to cancel the opening animation of the fire. It's just a small little optimization, but it matters because the quicker we can get fires going, we can clear more dark balls before they start sort of messing with us here. That was sick.
Yeah, so Goofy is supposed to have Tornado here, which would mean that he does a lot of damage on the face and on Ansem. But I just forgot, I flubbed the menu, which is fine. So it just means I do a little bit, I won't be relying on Goofy here. I'll be mostly relying on my air hits.
Dude, Goofy's getting in there anyway.
Yeah, he still does some damage.
It's actually crazy how much he does with Tornado. It's not... The cool thing about this run is that missing something like that doesn't mean we can't complete the game. It's just, you lose time.
Yeah, we also die. Face is a fight where you can die super easily.
Yep. We're using our arrow spell, which is basically like, it decreases the damage we take because like you die so easily. 3 hits, I think, from face as well.
Yeah. Without arrow, it might be even 2, but it does a lot of damage.
Does a lot of damage.
Now, I haven't gotten the Undying Invisible yet. Let's see if I can skip it here. There's the last Invisibles we'll fight.
All right, fingers crossed.
Hey.
That was sick. That's actually really good. That's really good. That room is a nightmare because the invisibles are flying around. You can't see them for the most part. And yeah, if you get DM'd there, it's like a 10-second long like DM.
Oh, yeah.
It's really slow. So that was sick.
You don't get to see the violent cutscene of the face exploding.
Nice, so we're going into the final Ansem fight now. We've recovered our party members and they're going to fight him all together.
Yeah, time is going to be right when Ansem dies, when his health reaches 0.
Yep. So we move in a particular way here to keep these lasers away from our party members. Mostly because we normally would want Goofy to be tornadoing and the lasers will knock him out of it. Unfortunately, we don't have Tornado, but the idea is still the same. It also locks Sora in a good position for your animations. We're going to try and get a few cheeky extra hits in while we're getting pushed back by this.
We're also trying to dodge lasers.
Yeah, now we're just trying to kill him before he starts doing like crazy attacks and animations again. All right, time is coming up shortly. Time. Well done.
Well done.
Well done.
That's pretty, considering the cutscene that we watched is like over a minute of time loss, so that would have been sub 210, I think. That's pretty good.
Yeah, that was really good.
And so we hit the incentive for Sephiroth. So let me just switch profiles here real quick.
Oh, true.
Yep.
We get to see the better Kingdom Hearts game.
Yeah.
The crowd did not like that.
So I think it's going to be fun to show off Sephiroth in Kingdom Hearts 2 here. So the collection has all the games on it, which is just the way we released it. So we're just going to go back into the game here and go to Kingdom Hearts 2. And the mechanics in 2, I think, are a lot flashier to look at. And the Sephiroth fight, I think, is a lot faster to look at, too. Although he is pretty difficult in Cage 1 as well.
He's very difficult, but the fight is definitely, like, it's less cool to look at, so.
Yeah. In Kingdom Hearts 2, you can... Well, you can in Cage 1 as well, but we're going to be doing a level 1 critical mode fight for Sephiroth, which is just the hardest difficulty at level 1, so no level ups. And let's make it interesting and not use any items.
Oh, you're really daring.
And Kingdom Key.
All right. So he's already at like the base strength you start the game with. He's using a terrible Keyblade, so he's going to be doing awful damage. And he's got no items, so no healing, no MP regeneration. And Cure does not work the same way in this game. So if you need to use Cure, you're going to lose your entire MP bar. Luckily, we have Reflect, which is a crazy spell.
Yeah, let's see how long it can be hitless for. If I get hit, I will probably almost die. So you can usually tank like 2 hits, but most of the time if you get hit, you'll get hit a second time anyway.
Some of his moves one-shot you, so the rest all two-shot you.
Yeah, and it's pure reaction whenever he teleports.
I love dodge rolling that. So we've now entered the second phase where he'll start using some of these Dark Ball attacks. For the most part, his attacks stay the same, but he just adds a couple. One of the interesting things about Sephiroth is, like, most bosses in this game, you can predict what they're going to do when they retaliate. Sephiroth will just pick from a table. And you really have to just practice reacting. So right there, Ninten had to react to the Descend Heartless Angel. Otherwise, it would drain his entire MP and HP bar down to 1. Oh! And that's how quickly you can die.
Okay. That's fair. I just didn't air dodge away in time. I was doing that on purpose so you could see how hard the fight is.
Yeah, intentional.
Ow.
Oh, the reaction there was crazy. Because we're on the level 1 as well, we just do not have the luxury of, like, a high strength stat. So the damage we're hitting here is literally on the floor. It's not chip damage because of how well this game was sort of, like, developed. But it is just, like, it is low.
That's enough. Know your place. Perish now.
Oh, you got so lucky.
Yeah, I got unlucky there. I did not get lucky last time.
Give in to the dark.
So I don't have any magic and I don't have any items, which makes this tough.
The dodge roll.
Ah. Okay. That's fine. I just did KH1, so I had to relearn this game.
Yeah.
It's de-rusting, it's de-rusting.
Yeah, I'm de-rusting a little bit. I'll change my abilities around a bit. Here we go.
Show me your strength. That's enough.
Oh my god.
Whoa!
That scared me.
Oh, that was crazy.
Give in to the dark.
I'm not even going to try and explain what just happened there. Just let it speak for itself.
Alright. Yeah, no items is actually kind of hard. Who would have thought?
Yeah, let's make it interesting. Oh, this is hard.
Give in to the dark. Descend.
The magnet splash.
Give in to the dark. Give in to the dark. That's enough.
No magic.
That's enough. Descend.
Alright. We're about to hit his final phase where he powers up. And he can DM.
Give in to the dark.
It's so quick.
It was pretty fast, wasn't it? I'll give it one more try here.
As you can see, this is just crazy hard. There's other super bosses in this game, and like level 1 is just a really crazy challenge. If you've never done it, I encourage you to give it a go. Really gives you a much more appreciation of like the combat system in this game.
That's enough. Know your place. Give in to the dark. That's enough. Give in to the dark.
Okay. This is gonna be so hard because I have no limit form, so I can't get my magic back if I need it. So I'm one hit and I have no magic.
Perish now.
That's not cheating.
Oh, so close.
Yeah. Do you think I have time for one more attempt here?
Do we put items on?
Okay, we'll do this one and then we'll do items after.
That's enough. That's enough. Give in to the dark. Give in to the dark. Descend. That's enough. Give in to the dark. Perish now. Descend. Heartland.
What the heck?
Alright, this should be good. Yes!
No items required.
No DM either.
All right. Thank you so much to AusSpeedruns for hosting a Sydney event. I've been wanting a Sydney event for a long time, so it's fantastic we got it to happen. Shouts to everyone on the committee and all the volunteers. Thank you so much, Ari and Ryan, for commenting with me.
Thanks for
And
having
thank you
us.
guys for having us.
All right, thank you so much, Ninten. Before we get to Worcester's ending speech, we do have a few donations to go through. We have $25 from Ponold that says speedrun. We also have $101 from Nace. At the Chipper Hotel, they'll give you a smooch on the forehead when you ask for a glass of ice water with a slice of lime. Hashtag batteries for Brad. We have $100 from Anonymous, no comment, and $125 from A. Lindsley with a smiley face. Thank you all so very much for your donations, and I believe we have an ending speech from Wester coming up shortly, so stick around.